Hello everyone. It's Wednesday, so that means we're streaming especially. I'm Money Black Mage, and we are continuing our adventure into the anime that is 13 Sentinels Aegis round. How's everybody doing today? Hi Gideon, hi Umbra. Thinking it was Friday? Man, just a couple more days. But yeah, this is Christmas Eve. Or we're into Hanukkah if we're into that. So we can't jump into a battle like we normally do because we haven't unlocked the story chapter yet of Juro Kurabe's Juro Kurabe. So let's just stick with Juro until we get that. 66%, honestly, we're going pretty far in. Hey Geiger, hey Jax, hey Sam. Good to hear from you guys. What music is this? The opening music for the intro part is Combat Preparation from Fire Emblem. It's the Smash Brothers remix version.
Okay.
All healed up. Most of my stitches have fallen out naturally except for one, and I am off all the prescripted painkillers and antibiotics, so we're pretty much good. I like how he immediately has a scowl on his face.
So let me get this straight. Shiba-kun's not actually human. And not only that, he's been manipulating my memories. It seems his goal is
I was thinking earlier with Shiba, how I said, wait, he was in Shu's episode, but then I realized, no, we went to Shu's episode as part of Juro's episode. So it's possible Juro was just imagining Shiba was there playing video games the entire time. Hanukkah ended on the 18th? Okay, sorry for not being timely. Happy belated Hanukkah to everyone that's relevant. So I thought about that afterwards. I'm like, well, actually, that wasn't Shu's. They were at Shu's house, but I don't believe Shu directly talked to Shiba, even at the vending machines. I could be wrong, though. I'd have to rewatch the footage. Good luck on your game, Umbra.
Fuyusaka-san and I were the only ones who made it. We escaped to Sumire Bridge 16 years into the past. These must be Shiba-kun's memories. Or rather, the other Juro Izumi's.
What? Why the long face? Have another nightmare or something?
Knock it off. I'm not stupid. I know I'm the only one who can see you. Why did you do this? Why did you give me Juro Izumi's memories? Are you trying to turn me back into him?
Don't worry about it. You were never meant to be this way in the first place.
What exactly are you?
48Q, QTA, CBA. I already told you, I'm an artificial
Shiba was talking like he was responding a way that it wouldn't seem strange for Shu not to respond. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it played out.
Then why don't you
It was
watch
very
this
subtle.
video and relax?
I'm not watching it.
See ya.
But yeah, hope you have a good Christmas all the same, Umbra.
We can't have
Happy
you
holidays.
causing a scene
I
here.
guess it's about that time.
Your memory needs to be wiped clean. Let me try one more time.
Hey, watch it!
Huh.
She's not here. Are you looking for someone, Ogata-kun? Yo, Kurabe. Sure am. Tell me Kisaragi. Got a clue where she went?
We need to check back in with him because I don't think we've ever figured out the whole subway thing. No, I think we did.
Can't expect you to know. that mean? You know, the woman, is she really on my side? She wants to change me back into Juro Izumi. Can I trust her?
Yet despite all this, he doesn't seem to be taking pills to restore his memory. I guess wiping the videotapes does the same thing.
No. Running won't change a thing.
Oh, there's a lot of things here.
Think. Who might know something about this? Fuyusaka-san's absent. What about Yakushiji?
Thank you so much, Sam, for joining up being a member. I really appreciate you. Really helps me a lot, and I look forward to adding your name to the credits in the next recap. Thank you so much.
No, running. What about Yakush? No, running.
I can't go anywhere.
Shinonome-senpai. She knows about Juro Izumi for sure. I should go talk
Much
to her.
appreciated.
Hopefully she's at the nurse's office.
I guess we have to pick one option and then just go with it.
Shinonome-senpai? Please wake up.
Izumi-kun.
No. Don't you remember? I'm Juro Kurabe.
Kurabe.
Please help me.
What happened?
It's Shiba-kun. He's been messing with my memories and replacing them with Juro Izumi's.
Izumi-kun's? That's odd. According to Morimura, his memories were lost for good.
Miss Morimura? Our teacher? What does she have to do with this? I'm talking about Shiba-kun.
Who is Shiba-kun?
Kyuta Shiba. He called himself Personality 48Q. I'm the only one who can see him.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about that.
Am I going to disappear?
I do like that his name is a pun, though. I appreciate that.
If Izumi-kun's memories were transplanted into you, does that mean you know about his past?
I saw it all in the form of dreams and movies.
What happened in them?
I guess that explains why when he said, "Oh man, that set looks just like the one from the movie," it was the other way around.
I tried out in my dream in order to prevent the apocalypse. Fuyusaka-san and I went back to the past. We bombed the facility that was said to be the source of it all. But the police caught us.
Hi Arya, hi Anthony, thanks for joining chat.
With Iori Fuyusaka? This is all news.
Hope you have a
to
great
me.
holiday too. I'm currently working on editing the next D&D video.
What memories do you have of his?
Slash how to have
What were your
contempt for your
dreams
players and
like?
get away with it. Knuckles, thanks for joining chat. Listening to the Chrono Trigger recap, listening and then going to Chrono Cross. Don't skip over Radical Dreamers. Thank you so much. And yeah, Tales of Vesperia will come. As much as I wanted to do more Tales this year, that just didn't end up happening for some stupid reason. But trust me, Tales is not something I'm going to forget about. Tales of Vesperia is my favorite one of the series, still.
The city was in ruins.
Hey Ragnar.
I went around killing students, one by one. I wouldn't let any of them get away. Among the dead, I saw people I knew. Like Fuyusaka-san and Yakushiji.
Izumi-kun did that? It can't be. There's no way he would do such a thing.
I forgot to mention. Shiba-kun gives me memories on videotape.
Videotape?
Fuyasaka-san told me they're all real events from the future.
Like what?
If I recall correctly, we were in a big UFO.
Yuri's such a badass. He really is. Yuri's just so damn cool. And he's deeper than like the typical anime tropes. He's not just, I'm an anti-hero. It's more than that. I like the prequel movie too.
Not good. I arrived right in the middle of the invasion. Barely made it back in one piece. I don't think the world had much of a chance.
This may sound super weird
The year was
and oddly
1985.
specific, but it sticks with me.
Is that a flyer from a movie theater?
In the
Lots
Tales of
TV shut down
Vesperia
sometime in the
prequel
Heisei
movie,
era.
there's
Time I
one
visited
scene where
was right there
the
in Tsutsuji Ward.
creature that they're fighting, without spoiling too much, goes berserk, and the knights try to subdue it, kill it, and it kills a dude, you know, brings him up, brutally kills him, and it, like, his blood and everything just falls on this other lady soldier that's there as part of the team, and the scream she lets out when she realizes she's being doused in this other dude's just fresh blood after getting massacred in front of her, just that scream, for some odd reason, I'm like, that's a very good scream. Like, I know it sounds super oddly specific and weird, but I'm like, that's a very good scream for that exact reaction. That just sticks out to me. Sometimes you just have like a scream as if you're panicked, but that scream sounded authentic. So the voice actress who did that scream, very good job. For some odd reason, this part just sticks with me. Cool movie though.
So Sector 4 is in 1985, and Sector 3 is in 2025. That's another 40-year gap.
This machine only lets us travel to specific time periods, all of which are under attack by the invaders.
Why are they showing up in the past?
I have no idea. What do you think, Tsukasa-kun?
We have no record of such an invasion occurring back then. If that's the case, it's inconsistent with history as we know it.
You're right. It was just last year that we were invaded. The year 2104. That was the first and only time. If there were a kaiju attack prior to that, we would have known about it.
We must be dealing with a time paradox.
Have you ever done a Tales game with another person in multiplayer? I have never done that. To me, I think the second person just... I don't want them controlling anybody else in combat. It's such a gimped second player multiplayer option. Like, I guess I appreciate them having it there, but also what's the point? I guess it's just to
Maybe
hand your
something
little
weird happened
brother
when they
the
arrived.
controller and act,
It
you know,
could
they
have
can
caused
pretend like they're
reality to
playing too.
split into parallel universes. We know that kaiju technology allows for time travel. It's not hard to believe
You had a four-man
that would
party?
impact the future
Oh,
in some
cool.
way.
Hold on. While this device does appear to be a time machine, it may be
Almost none of my friends
premature
love
to make such
RPGs,
assumptions.
and probably not more than me.
An earthquake.
A big one.
Like, some of them are very selective with
Something feels weird
RPGs,
about it.
and maybe occasionally play like the big ones, or certain series, but nobody plays all the RPGs like I do. So I'm very much
This is bad.
isolated. I don't even know 4 people that have played Tales of Berseria. I don't even know 4 people.
What's wrong? The countdown.
It's reached 0.
Don't tell me. This shaking is...
It's time.
Look at this! We're
I
rapidly
think it's cool
losing
in this
contact
one
with
she's
those
called
of the
Chihiro
UFO.
Morimura.
The very Earth's crust is crumbling. This is an unprecedented disaster.
Several areas now report an elevation of below sea level. Is it sinking into the ocean?
At this rate, we'll be going down too.
So this is what the countdown was for. It may not be possible to survive this. We have no choice. We must seek refuge in the past.
What?
Get in the transmitter.
Are you serious? If we do that, we might not ever come back.
And if we stay here, we die. This will need a timer. When it's all set, I'll join you. Please, get to the device.
All right. If you're setting our destination coordinates, let me suggest Sumire Bridge. Amidst the destruction I saw earlier, that bridge was still standing. You heard him. Let's get in.
Okino-kun.
Are you the final boss yet? No, not even close. I think I'm literally at the halfway point. Yeah, we're pretty much at the halfway point. I mean, 66%, we're past there, so. Halfway point of the story mode, but further on the battlefield. You coming?
Is something wrong?
It's not letting me select any sectors. I don't understand. My commands aren't working. I need to find a time it'll let us travel to. Stay in the device.
Just
We can't access Area 3 yet until we finish a certain point in Jiro's story.
I've got it. Sector 0. I don't know what year that is, but it's the only destination we can access right now.
Tsukasa-kun, get over here now.
How many missions are there in the game? It's not
letting me
like
set a
that.
timer.
Because there are many people, you have to go through
operate it
basically all the
manually.
people's individual
Go on
stories
without
and
me.
then also do the battles.
Tsukasa-kun!
If it's like the previous ones, then there's 40 battles and we've done 30 of them. However, it's not like you could just jump straight from battle to battle.
Chihiro. I saw the signs in town. We're in 2089
Godslayer,
now.
hey, how's it going? Welcome to chat.
Traveled 16 years back
How's your
in
day
time.
going?
I see. So that's why. Look over there. Across the river. It hasn't been redeveloped yet. No wonder Century Tower isn't there. It wasn't built until 2100. It'll be over 10 years from now before it goes up again.
There's no point in waiting any longer. Let's go. Tsukasa-kun isn't coming back.
Look. Even the Shikishima State Building is missing.
We have to go. Do you plan on standing here forever?
We can't just leave him!
You have to go through every single character story? I mean, I don't know. playing this blind. And I could say that in the correct context because we're not on Twitch.
In this era, you and I are still newborns. Even your own mother wouldn't recognize you. Our citizen ID won't be valid here either. We can't purchase anything or use public services. The city may look familiar, but this is the world of 16 years ago. To us, it might as well be a foreign country. But we can't go back. We have no choice but
Like
to
my
figure
videos? Thank you so much,
something out.
Godslayer. Which series have you enjoyed so far?
What are we going to do?
The invasion's going to happen again in 15 years. We need to warn everyone about it.
Will they even believe us?
All we can do is try. And if they don't, we'll take matters into our own hands. No one else knows what's coming. It has to be us. Let's figure out how to get back to the UFO.
Twitch banning the use of blind was an
Should
actual
still be
thing.
buried
Only
underground.
I think the blind
we
playthrough
can
tag
find
on
it, then-
videos.
I get it now.
Which is funny because I never really used it personally. I always used
All we
first
need to do is
playthrough
travel through time
or
again.
casual playthrough
I can't say it's impossible.
or no spoilers. And they just say
But
just
if
use
we're
one
ever
of
going to
those.
do that, we need to make it through today. Let's find ourselves some food and a place to sleep.
Near? Nice.
You're right.
Keep up the good work. Thank
Shall
you
we?
so much. I will try to do so.
From there, the two of us spent the next few years together,
Interesting.
living in society's shadows.
Yeah, she backed away fast.
That guy in my dream, he called himself Tsukasa Okino. I feel like we've met somewhere before.
Stay away from me. That incident you just described. It's not one of your lost memories. If it involved rewinding time 16 years with Morimura,
Hey, my friend, thank you so much
it
for
must have
joining
been
up as a member.
him.
Appreciate you.
Who?
Hope you're having a relaxing evening.
He's a time traveler. He's gone back in time over and over again.
A time traveler? That's crazy.
The memories you've been seeing are his.
But his name is Jiro Izumi. Does that mean he's me from the future?
No, it's a different Jiro Izumi. One who came from a lost world. Stay back. I was told he's incredibly dangerous.
So that means my dreams are memories of a lost world? And Shiba-kun is that world's Jiro Izumi?
That man has nothing but his consciousness
Interesting.
left.
I didn't see
Transferred
that.
himself into an android and fled.
Okay.
His consciousness?
So Shiba's the
my.
true Jiro Izumi.
Looks like Senpai isn't feeling so good.
Shiba-kun!
Man, you've sure got a big mouth.
Stop this!
For the actually.
Come on.
I know there's the
Ryoko
actuallys and then there's
Shinonomi's
the
a freaking
actually.
weirdo.
And you know that I
Really
pointed my
wanna take
finger
her word
upwards
for
when I
it?
said that.
You'll have to face the consequences.
Favorite character in the game? Easily Takatoshi. I like Takatoshi since the moment we began as him. Okay, so that's interesting. But then why does Jiro Izumi, aka Shiba, want to turn me, Jiro Karabe, into him? Huh. The mystery deepens. Alright, so now we have to go to Yuki's event. Is it... When it says a conscious criminal, I can't help but wonder what this still has to do with Prisoner 426, who we haven't heard from in quite a while. Because even with Takatoshi over here, we can't progress his story anywhere until we get a lot of people over 80%. I guess we're gonna figure out a lot of stuff after we just got shot by the mind altering gun.
All right. I was let go? They're probably still watching me, just waiting to use me. Whatever Goto and them are trying to do, it's beyond me. Ryoko Shinono. Nenji. Right? Nachan was hiding a box in the locker room. Come to think of it, that projector I hid looks a lot like a box too. Could it be the same one? Nachan, I saw something that looked like a weapon in the Shikishima facility. But what Goto and Shinonome said doesn't make sense. Maybe they let me go so they could track me. To get to the organization.
Yeah, because the Juro Izumi that Megumi fell in love with, that had to be something. So it could be that there's the Juro Izumi that came from the dying world, who's just a consciousness now, the Juro Izumi that he used to be, and the Juro Kurabe that he currently is, who's then being mind-altered back by the Lost World Juro Izumi for some purpose. Maybe to take over his body, I don't know.
That thing I hid. I need to take a closer look. But I can't let Aiba know about the SIU.
You can really only speculate until the very end. Like, I'm sure at 100%, then things come clear. It's so useless speculating. They're just throwing so many curveballs.
There you are. I've been looking for you.
LJ, hey, how's it going? Welcome to chat. Alright, so we have 3 routes for her. I'm guessing one is with Aiba and one is without Aiba.
Nenji Ogata, class. You're in the same class as Ogata, aren't you?
Yes, but I doubt he remembers me. I don't leave much of an impression. Are you upset with me?
Just been antsy without my cigarettes.
Alright, let's send her away for now.
Sorry. I just remembered I had something to do. We're done investigating for the day.
Aww.
Smells like mold in here. I saw something that looked like a weapon in the Shikishima facility. But what Goto and Shinonome said doesn't make sense. Maybe they let me go so they could track me. To get to the organization behind the scenes. It's in here. There it is. It's somehow able to project things. How did Ryoko Shinonome make this thing work?
Just kick it.
I guess you could call this a box. So, this is what Natchan was hiding? If only I could show this to that track girl.
Yuki Takamiya. Aha! Good work, Takamiya. You managed to recover it from him. There's valuable confidential information in there.
Because I know Keitaro was using that as well. But we're always assuming that there's just one BJ. There could be multiple BJs running around. Like, there's the BJ that's with Natsuno time traveling. There's the BJ that Keitaro's using. There's the BJ that got shot down by A. This could be another BJ. I think it's just multiples of these robots running around.
Confidential?
Yes, in that data unit. You had orders to look for it too?
Actually...
Anyway, good job.
What guy were you talking about?
You haven't heard. I came in here because I thought I saw him. Eiseki Gahara. He's a vicious criminal that will stop at nothing to get his hands on this information.
Stop at nothing. This guy's delivery is pretty good.
I don't think I'm that bad.
Do we go for the gun? He's gonna shoot us.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, old guy.
Dot, dot, dot.
I didn't kill him. He's just unconscious.
They had a good entry
Get
there. They
away
gave him a
from
good
my
entry.
box.
Right. Do you even know what this is?
That was suave.
This guy
Ragnar.
was saying it's confidential, so...
Activate AI. Miura,
Thank you so much for the tip, Chenzin.
do you know who I am?
Much appreciated. Happy holidays.
You got your memory back.
Where am I?
Sector 4. The old building at Sakura High School.
Then we have a problem. Natsuno got left behind.
Did you say Natsuno? Are you talking about Natsuno Minami? Does that mean you know? You know where Nachan is?
Who are you?
I'm Yuki Takamiya.
You know, LJ, I still haven't
Guess doesn't
seen
matter.
Wally.
Just tell me where she is.
And I have Disney Plus. I have no
Natsuno
excuse.
Minami. According to my last memory, she is currently marooned in Sector 3.
Sector 3?
You'll understand once we get there. Let's go, Miura. I know a shortcut.
Yeah, see? He called him Mira.
Are you coming with us?
You bet your ass I am.
So are Keitaro's memories backed up in the BJ unit as well? Do the nanomachines?
Tokisaka Shrine. I knew this place was important. Nachan came here too. You don't mean...
The
Are
brain's some
you saying
dramatic
this
unis right
is
now.
Sector 3? What's it doing?
Activate gate.
The hell?
Don't move.
Executing shift.
Time travel.
Where are we? Where's Nachan?
Where else could she have gone?
I can't believe the stuff about time travel was real too. How long has Nachan been stranded here for?
Canned food isn't hard to find if you look for it.
I
As
don't know
long
about
as she didn't
that.
do anything reckless, she should still be alive. I hope she hasn't gone someplace dangerous. I hope she...
So, what happened to this place?
It was attacked by the Daimos.
The Daimos?
The swarm of machines that look like monsters. No one is left in the wake of their attacks. And their next target is your town.
What?
The only chance we have of surviving is to fight back with the Sentinels.
Sentinels.
We need you for this too, Takamiya.
You're
I feel like
saying
all
I
this
have
is
to
leading
get
up
in
to
one
like
of
the
those
very
things?
first prologue battle.
So you've
Like
seen
all
one.
the battles take place after
In
all the story
Shikishima's
events
facility.
chronologically.
They were calling it number 14.
That's Ryoko's
Because throughout the entire
Sentinel.
story, nobody has a Sentinel.
He's back.
I mean, some of them technically do, but they're not battling together like they are in the battles.
Right on time.
So, what'd you find?
I scanned for heat sources from the air. I detected no signs within a 5-kilometer range.
We may have to prepare for the worst case scenario.
Shut your damn mouth.
If she is still alive, she's either deep inside a building, or she's moved farther away.
I will widen my scan range.
Not John.
Huh, that was actually shorter than I thought. Alright, so we don't have Tokisaka Shrine. We do have Okino. I wonder if we stay in the classroom. But we can't do anything regardless. A conscious criminal.
Huh?
That's been in the timeline section since the beginning of the game. I haven't looked at the timeline section at all yet.
Find Notchan.
I'm leaving that for the very end once we fill it all in.
Shivering, scared in that ruined city. I won't give up on her. So the box I thought was a projector was actually a talking machine named Miura. And the stuff Notchan wrote in her notebook, she must have been talking about that. So it wasn't just made up. I'm sorry for doubting you, Notchan. We finally found out where Notchan is. She's been left in the ruined future city. I may not be able to get to her yet.
I feel every additional day
save her.
that people come in for the first time are like, what's going on? Somebody catch us up. And it's like, that's a complicated, that's a big ask.
I saw that guy I met inside the old school building. He's on the run from those black suits, named Sekigahara. He'll be hiding out in one of the old classrooms for a while. Him and Miura. If I want to rescue Notchan, I'm gonna need their help. A city in ruins. And this one's next. Is that what this place is gonna look like? I can't even imagine.
There you are. I've been looking for you. Don't you? How would you like to... So, what should...
I'm not playing pretend, you know.
Yes, of course. I am merely your...
Just been
So I guess we can't send her away this time.
The wind feels nice. Been keeping this place all to yourself, huh?
It's like, yep, I'm just leaving the conversation. I like the way she walks. It's like a strut.
Hey, you!
You have more questions? I already told you everything I know.
Damn it, Jiro.
Did you need something, or...
So nothing new from her.
Right before the incident in the You want something?
Nothing for me. Thank you.
Let's get that milk coffee.
Yuki-chan!
Amiguchi!
Oh, it's that scene.
I'm telling you, Destiny sure wants us to be together.
This again?
What if I just stand here how long it is before he says anything? Pretty long.
Switched over to the High King team, huh?
What?
Because you're usually drinking Hey-C.
Quit watching me. I just need something in my mouth. Doesn't matter what, as long as it's not cigarettes. What the hell do you want anyways?
At least drinking something wasn't part of the
How about a
options.
date?
No thanks. I mean, really? How many times is it gonna take for it to stick in that floppy-haired head of yours?
How about until you go on a date with me?
Because he likes Yuki, but he also loves Tomi.
They got got my bike with me today. So I was thinking.
But it makes me wonder, like, is one version of Shu that, and then the Mr. Ida version is the one that loves Tomi?
Who's this?
Because Natsuno is her daughter,
She's Watson.
Huh?
and I can't help but wonder
Are you from
if
another
Shu's the
country?
father. The hair's kind of similar when you think about it.
Sorry, pretty boy. But I got more important things to do today.
We are actually quite busy.
Okay. Well, I guess I won't keep you.
You're awfully docile today.
Just don't want you to hate me. For being too aggressive, you know. Yuki-chan, next time's a date for sure.
Well then, shall we?
Yeah.
Are we looking for clues in the cafeteria?
Nah.
Actually, I am looking for clues. Can't run. We can only strut. I mean, I guess that scene lines up with Shu's story. But I'm not sure what we gain from that. What are we looking for?
Oh, Takamiya-san. I see you're still wearing the uniform from your last school.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you need help with anything, come and see me anytime, alright? Tamao-san, I haven't heard from you in some time. Where have you been? You need to check
Morimura
back
gave
in
this
with me,
note to me.
understood?
Shit. She wants me to do something. And the first step is talking to Aiba. There's something I want to check on the way home. Come with me?
Certainly.
I mean, we already know that she's not the real Aiba.
Where are we going?
Oh, right.
Pushes her over the bridge. Hey, Fine Castle, how's it going tonight?
I just wanted to check something.
Oh? What is it?
So, I ditched class this morning. Went to pay someone a visit.
Who?
Erica Aiba. In the hospital. The real Aiba has been sick. Confined to her hospital bed. And I overheard you talking to the school nurse, Morimura. She called you Tamao. Is Tamao your real name?
Well, I guess the jig's up.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, she's probably
You're
just
right.
Tamao
My name
Karabe.
is Tamao Karabe.
Yeah, see right there.
I harbored no malicious
Hey, Shadows,
intent.
how's it going?
Plus, a twist like this in the third act, it makes for a better detective story, don't you think?
But why, though?
You remember the incident in the girls' bathroom?
Yes, but why bring that up now?
There were 2 Tomi Kisaragi's witnessed that day. And I recently found the second one. Who's there?
Well, technically, there's just one, and the other one's just an android.
Sekigahara. Hey. Whoa! What are you doing? Is that Tomi Kisaragi?
No, it's just
It's
an
a
android.
machine made to look like her. An android. Can't get it to work anymore. Data's been corrupted too. But before it was destroyed, the inside seems to have been replaced. Meaning he got away looking like someone else.
Prisoner 426.
Who's he?
Juro Izumi. He's a mass murderer. He may be without a body.
Oh, so maybe that's
but I
Prisoner
know he's
426.
plotting something.
Is Juro Izumi. I remember in one part, he took over BJ.
I found this shoved into a broom cupboard. He must have hidden it himself.
This place is behind the North School building. The girls' bathroom. The other Tomi Kisaragi. This is the culprit.
A robot?
Weird,
An android.
right?
Don't be
And it's
insulting.
been bugging me all this time. Who this guy could have jumped into next? Know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was thinking the same thing, because after that fight, she was there. Actually, didn't we see her get possessed? It's been a while. It's hard when you only play this a couple times a week. See, most people get the nice luxury of being able to just spend, you know, one day after another playing this continuously. All the details are fresh. But for me, I'm only playing this a few times a week for a few hours at a time. And then I'm going back and doing other stories, so it's like I can forget a lot of details. Doing the best I can. This was certainly an unexpectedly plot-rich, detail-rich story.
You heard about these nanomachines? I just learned about them myself, actually. Had to sneak into the Shikishima facility to do it, but they said someone close to me altered me somehow. Several times, in fact.
So she's trying
What's
to take
the
over her
matter?
body
Cat got your
with
son?
by slowly hacking
Because
the machines.
the only person who always seems to be around me is you.
Ace Detective, Yuki.
You're not Erika Aiba. You're not even Tamao Karabe. You are a fugitive. One that used a robot who looked like Kisaragi to escape. You are housing the consciousness of a mass murderer. A man by the name of Juro Izumi.
You think I'm a man? Are you okay? Well, this is annoying. I could swear I made sure to erase your memories.
Finally dropping the act, huh?
I suppose this time, I'll have to erase quite a bit more.
Like hell you will. Look behind you.
A's gonna be there. Or maybe not. Oh,
So this was a trap.
Morimura's idea, actually.
It's been a while, hasn't it? I never thought I'd see you dressing up as a schoolgirl. You're insane, Juro.
At least I'm more sane than you. Trying to save your own ass by derailing the Interstellar project.
I'm doing this for you and me. We can make it out alive. Not the you as you are now, but the one before you awakened here.
For the small sacrifice of 15 other lives.
It's not a sacrifice. They'll be able to lead happier lives this way.
Even if it means they're denied their future without ever knowing why?
I have shot you here on Sumire Bridge once before. I have no hesitation as I do so again.
so she was just an android
Shit,
the entire
Aiba.
time.
Stay back. It's not dead yet.
You really are a robot.
Android.
Just what the hell were you doing to me?
Getting you ready. Ready for the game that will soon begin. Things are about to get underway. I don't have time to deal with nuisances like you.
Come on, guys. Ryoko, I blame you. You didn't fire a single shot.
Jumping from this height in the state he was in. Not even a body made of metal could survive unscathed.
Oh, well,
He
that
shouldn't be
escalated
able
quickly.
to move very well. We need to surround the perimeter.
I mean, how fast
Yes,
could it have
ma'am.
gone away? Goto, seriously?
You need to go straight home. We'll look around where he fell.
Understood.
I'm not saying I'm disappointed in you, Ryoko. I'm just, surprised at your inaction. Oh, hey, we got the conscious criminal at least. Hey, now we can do Jiro Karabe. And now we gotta go to Natsuno next, but let's go back to Jiro.
Me?
Okay, so things are starting to fall in line, because I was wondering for the longest time what happened to Prisoner 426. He's jumping bodies. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright, so... there's an option if we don't do something, maybe? Let's try that option, out of curiosity.
Let me guess. You meet pretty much. See? Bye.
Hey, Juro, let's go home.
So, Atari, do you have a minute? Shiba-kun and... It's about Kisaragi-san.
Usami-chan?
Where does she always go?
Why do you ask?
Ogata-kun was looking for her.
Oh, really? Maybe Nenji-kun likes her.
So, do you
Like,
know?
likes her, or likes her, likes
She
her?
goes to Tokisaka Shrine. I think she's waiting
That's
for
how
someone
everybody
there.
in middle school talks.
Tokisaka Shrine. Is that the one that's supposedly haunted?
Or high school, whatever.
I've been there before. Something happened there. I can't remember.
Oh, wait! Please don't tell Nenji-kun. The person she's meeting is a boy, so... Oh, no.
Damn it, lady.
They say the shrine by our school is haunted by ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Kisaragi-san's told me a bit about it. She seems interested in the shrine for some reason.
What if we just go to the shrine? Or do we have to get rid of Kiba first? Shiba.
What? Have another...
I know one. Tell me the truth. This isn't about my lost memories, is it? You're not trying to restore them. You're giving me someone else's.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What are you talking about? They're Juro's memories.
Yeah, but not the same Juro.
In other words, yours. The other Juro Izumi.
You know, this one's 3 times older than you. You know, we can't have you causing a scene here. Your memory needs to be wiped clean. Let me try one more time.
Okay. Let's see if going to the shrine triggers a new path.
Hey, watch it! She's not here.
Oh, that's right. We know more about her now.
Hey, I think I do have an idea. I heard she went to Tokisaka Shrine. Huh? For real? The heck is she thinking? Wait! I'll come with you. There's something I want to check. Be my guest. This street. I've been here before. I think I saw something. The memories are starting to come back, but I can't remember any specifics.
What's interesting about this incredibly nonlinear narrative is that when somebody says something, you don't know the person they're talking to, which version of the person they're talking to, because pretty much almost everyone in this entire game is multiple people, or at least we're seeing different versions of the same looking person. And the narrative assumption is that, oh, as an audience, it's the same person, that's why it seems confusing or contradictory, when it's later revealed that, hey, this Nenji is different from the other Nenji that went with Tomi to the future and saw the Sentinels, which is different from the other Tomi who's, you know, part of the project leading all this, and this Juro is one of 3 possible Juros, you know, Chihiro slash Iori slash, you know, Morimura. It's like, oh, all these different things.
Ogata. You. Hey, Hijiyama. You remember all that shit you put me through? Cause I sure as hell do.
I see how it is. You came looking for another black eye.
Try it. See what happens.
Ogata-kun, aren't we here to look for Kisaragi-san?
Yeah, okay, fine. Don't have time for this.
What?
Sorry to disappoint. We'll dance some other time.
And that's your decision to make, huh? Selfish bastard.
The hell are you doing here anyways?
I'm looking for Okino.
What happened to him?
This is just what I heard from Sawatari-san. But according to her, Kisaragi-san's been going out to meet some guy lately.
She what? Just the 2 of them?
So this Okino you're looking for, is that Tsukasa Okino?
What? You
Not gonna
know
lie,
him?
that reaction brought a smile to my
Not
face.
exactly. That's just the name I heard in my dream. But it's probably the same person.
It's probably not the same person.
So that's who Kisaragi ran off with. Got a feeling I know where they went, too.
What? How?
She mentioned something about it.
By the way, do you know how to work this time travel business?
Oh. You don't know either?
Okay, so these guys are the sort of guys who've been time looping. It's hard to tell. Nothing back there.
It was right here. Something happened. But what was it? Oh yeah. I carried something over to the dumpster.
I wonder why they picked Juro as like the poster boy, because if you look at like the main art or even the title screen, like it really tries to infer and suggest that Juro is the main character, when that's really not the way this narrative is going down. Is there a body in there?
What's up?
There's
I thought so.
corpse in there.
I thought so.
The hell? No way. Cut the crap. Whoa! Isn't that... Hey, give me a hand.
Ugh, gross, no.
Sure looks like a corpse. But this thing's a robot.
It's Tamao-san. Why? Why does it look like her?
Tamao.
Tamao Karabe.
Wait, what?
My grandma?
Awkward.
That guy. No. This is...
Maybe because he fits the role of the kind of character you can self-insert as, in other words, the most bland-looking one.
Well, that's okay. This was worth the detour. I finally got my hands on that movie. Now I just need to get home and watch it.
I'm sorry it had to come to this. I should never have let you out of the underground.
I figured A was gonna show up and do something about it.
You've returned. If only I hadn't spared you.
I won't let anyone interfere with my escape.
You must think you're handling this situation well. But Yura is well aware.
I doubt it.
The reason he deleted your memories at school was to hide the log from you.
Quit stalling. Morimura must have arranged this.
But then again, the Keitaro that was uploaded in BJ was already corrupted by Prisoner 426. So it's not necessarily Keitaro. He's like...
She's not human. Is this a doll? That's odd. If that's the case, then who was talking to him?
Zeon, Jiro's one of the stories he had a hard time writing for you.
Don't move a muscle. Or would you like your skull to be crushed?
Everybody here's a terrible shot.
Body will not last for much longer. I approximate about 5 minutes. But that should be plenty. I need only enter your nanomachines. I thought I was done for, but it seems today's my lucky day.
Hey, what are you doing? Juro.
What?
Ah. See, I wondered of the many possibilities of who Prisoner 426 was, such as the other person on the handset, or the cat, or Shiba. I mean, just because he's Shiba doesn't discount the other two.
Who are you?
Come on, man. Did you forget your best buddy? I'm afraid... That's not very nice.
Yeah. Sorry. I remember now. You're... Shiba-kun.
So he's been infected this entire time. And I wonder if by being infected this entire time, he's infected other people like Megumi. And maybe, you know, Prisoner 426 is the cat. And the cat's trying to use Megumi to shoot all the other ones, again, as part of the plot to save their lives, like he says, by neutralizing whatever impact or role they have in this whole big scheme. So that is, in fact, 426. / Juro Uzumi, because he's been in contact with Megumi, and Megumi's been in contact with a lot of people. It would be funny if half the people in this cast were actually imaginary and they're actually just versions of Juro Uzumi. Wouldn't that be just a twist? It's like Fight Club, man.
I was attacked. I need to call the police.
Attacked? Maybe you really did go nuts.
Huh?
Are you telling me this doll attacked you? Where'd you get that thing anyway?
It's so realistic.
Don't just leave this thing out in the street. What if it causes a car accident? You'd be in deep shit, man.
Whoa, this is a PG game.
You're right.
Let's just dump it in the trash.
Wait. Something's just...
Oh, snap out of it. Come on, I'll help you get rid of the thing. Just pick it up already.
All right.
Me?
It must be after this chapter because we just finished that exact battle. So even learning it doesn't change anything.
That guy in my dream. As Shinonome Senpai told me earlier, there's a second Juro Izumi from another world. He transferred his consciousness into an android. So that must have been what I saw. But still, why did it look just like my grandma when she was younger?
We still didn't figure out what this other thing is. Nothing changes. How do I get the third? I'm surprised we can't accuse him.
I remember now. You live inside me. That day at the shrine, you jumped out of that robot and possessed me.
What do you think I am, a ghost?
A ghost in the shell? I mean, what are you talking about?
If it were up to me, I would have picked a more welcoming host. You know, we can't have you causing a scene here. Your memory needs to be wiped clean. Let me try one more time.
Alright. Okay, so we didn't do the third one, whatever that last flag is. Hey, we didn't bump into Nenji this time.
Miss Morimura. Chihiro Morimura. That's right. She's the one I saw in my dream. Excuse me.
Kurabe-kun. Is something wrong? You look pale.
Tell me the truth. I'm actually Juro Izumi, aren't I? The way I am now is something you created.
What's this all of a sudden?
I get it now. The woman who keeps showing up in my dreams. The one I saw on Sumire Bridge. It's not Fuyusaka-san. It's you. Chihiro Morimura.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone here at least tries to lie. Points for trying, I suppose.
Have you been aware this whole time that Shiba-kun was inside of me? Or rather, Juro Izumi was.
You talk too much. You think you can just walk in here and screw everything up? I'm not afraid to shut your mouth.
Kurabe-kun?
So, Shiba... If the woman from my dream is actually our teacher, then Tsukasa Okino must be real too. Where have I seen him before?
Kurabe-kun.
So we need Okino's nanomachine hacking to get us out of this.
That's right. There was a guy standing by the vending machines earlier.
Yeah.
He looked just like Tsukasa Okino. Hey, do you have a minute? You're Tsukasa Okino, right?
You must be mistaken.
You even sound like him. You were in that UFO with Jiro Izumi, right?
You're not making any sense. Sorry, but I don't have time for this. If you'll excuse me.
Wait! The UFO wasn't the only time. I know I've met you somewhere else. That's right. I remember now.
Oh, this is different. Hey, Prisoner 426.
Prisoner
there we go.
E426. Face forward. The drug has been administered. The perp cannot fight back. Do not be alarmed. It is safe to enter. Prisoner E426, look up while we're speaking to you. Or would you rather bear the brunt of the electric chair?
So this man's the culprit?
He's a murderer. He bombed Shikishima, killing countless people. We managed to catch him, but his identity is still unknown. Furthermore, his testimony makes no sense. That's why I've requested your assistance. The name's Onishi. I'm in charge of this investigation. I appreciate your help.
Onishi's a prisoner security guard. Don't mind my squeaky chair.
Tsukasa-kun.
Take a good look at him. Do you know this man?
No, I'm afraid I've never seen him before.
All right then. Your biometrics lead me to believe you're being honest with us.
Why did you bring me here?
Well, we used a truth serum on the guy. He started saying your name over and over. He also mentioned a student by the name of Chihiro Morimura. This is her photo. Do you recognize her?
No.
We'll be requesting her cooperation soon enough. But it'll have to wait until next week. She's currently out of the country.
Hey Solid Snake, thanks for joining, chat.
In any case, thank you for joining
What is my favorite Final Fantasy game? My favorite Final Fantasy game has been, and still is, Final Fantasy VI.
You are free to go. Follow the signs back to the waiting room. Do not be alarmed. The perp cannot fight back. Mr. Jiro Izumi. Take a good look at him. Do you know this man?
How would I? All I know is he's a terrorist bomber.
Well, we took a look at your DNA. The two of you are a perfect match. It was quite a surprise.
What?
There's a
I didn't expect
possibility
this.
that one of you is a clone.
That's ridiculous. What does he have to say about it?
So now there's a Jiro Izumi clone. See, I knew there were possibly three. I didn't think clone would be the reason for the third one.
As for his motive, he claims he had to commit this crime to prevent the emergence of kaiju.
Kaiju?
Huh? Excuse me for a moment. What is it? We're in the middle of an investigation.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the mute button. Ah.
What? An evacuation order? It's on the news?
coming here because of you and your nanomachines. Alright, so we have Ghost Spirit Juro, Clone Juro, and Terrorist Juro.
Looks like he's awake.
Perfect. I'm almost done.
The fact that Takatoshi's hanging out, learning all these revelations, I think that's the reason why his is locked until much, much later in the game.
Hey, what is this?
Calm down, please. High blood pressure generates noise in the scan.
Tsukasa Okino.
Every single sci-fi anything you guys are thinking of is probably in this game in some form or reference.
I remember now. I was attacked out of nowhere.
Sorry about that.
It was the only way. This isn't the most welcoming place, is it? I can't imagine you would have come willingly.
You're Tsukasa Okino, aren't you? I saw you in my dream and you got...
And then we have to remember that there are people here that are probably clones from the DNA of the people in that preservation project. So I'm surprised I didn't think of clones before, because we already talked about clones.
Shifting in cycles. There's only one person those memories could have come from. I'm glad I looked into this. To think he'd seek refuge within Juro himself.
Do you know him?
We call him 426. As of now, he exists as sheer consciousness. That is to say, he lives in your injected nanomachines. At some point, he got in and took over the system area. Go ahead and ask him yourself.
Shiba-kun.
So this is the guy.
So we know they can see him.
He's not quite what I imagined.
Don't be deceived. He can alter his appearance however he pleases.
You guys can see him?
He's under my control now. He can't hurt you anymore.
To me, writing all of this and then breaking it up and arranging it in such a specific way, I really do think the writing the story is part of the reason why this game took such a long time to make. I remember in a developer interview, I think one of the developers was saying that they're very proud of how this game came out and what they did with this project, but at the same time, they never want to do it again. And I'm like, I wonder what they mean by that. I'm starting to see what they mean by that.
Jeez, Juro. Why you gotta be so obtuse?
Tell us the purpose of your disguise.
He's trying to take over my mind.
But there has to be a purpose behind why he chose that form, though. Because think about it, he's been emulating other people in forms. Why is this one an original?
Our teacher?
It's either not an
She
original.
wanted to transplant my memory backups into you. Whatever she could do to match your personality with mine. But Tamao Kurabe didn't like the idea. She created a new personality. The one you have now.
But you were using videotapes to alter my memories.
Yeah, well, the backups weren't meshing with your simulated personality. You almost had a breakdown, man. So I decided to turn him into something a little more concrete. Something your current self would understand. You should thank me for saving your ass.
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
But they want to do DLC for it, do they?
Why did you try to help me?
Well, if Morimura's plan did work out, there'd just be another copy of me running around. Besides, I don't want to be left watching over your unstable mess.
I won't tolerate being used any longer. I'm sick of it.
426.
For better or worse, she's given up on the Sentinel project.
Her interest in Juro Kurabe has waned.
But the Sentinel project is the only option we have.
Wrong. Sentinels can't save us alone.
Then what can? You're talking as if you know the answer.
I do. I've found an effective means for our survival. Would you like to hear it?
Other Juro-Izumi. Vanillaware does have this habit of releasing the game with added content. Did they really add content, though, to the previous re-releases, like Dragon's Crown and Odin Sphere? I thought they were just HD touch-ups. Did they actually add, like, gameplay content? I'm not talking about, like, oh, here's an art book and here's behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, those are nice novelties, but it's not fundamentally a different game. Did they actually add gameplay content to those?
What we call the UFO. I know who programmed it. It was a certain someone named Tsukasa Okino, back in 2188.
2188?
It's hard to believe from looking at you now. But he was quite the sloppy programmer. When he designed the environment management system, he borrowed a portion of it from something else. That particular portion contains the D code. It's what's summoning the kaiju. That part of the code was never supposed to be accessed. But, well...
Ramasa did have more content?
Where was this code reused from?
It was a little outdated, even for its time. But it's a little sim game based on mighty kaiju daimos.
A daimos game?
You're telling me a video game has control over the automated factories? That's how the kaiju were being produced?
Where do you think the name Daimos came from? It's not a coincidence, you know. Up until now, we've been forced to play a game we can't win. But just imagine. What if we gained access to the greater system? We've had limited control over it so far. If we fix that, we'll be able to fight on an equal playing field. Think about it. Each time we destroy an enemy, we'll get some kind of meta prize. Like scoring points. With those, we can use the automated factories to strengthen our Sentinels.
Points, huh?
Let's just call them meta chips for now.
It's like we're Tron now.
I still can't trust you.
Fine, leave what you want. I don't need your help anymore.
We need to
Sorry
access
for
the
wasting
master
your
control
time.
program.
Do you have any proof of your claims?
There was a log on it, but it's gone.
You're putting the fate of humankind's last colony in a video game?
That's it, Hijiyama.
Huh?
You saw the log, didn't you?
Hijiyama-kun.
Did he see the log? Did I see that? That might be part of later. I don't remember seeing that.
What was that log all about?
You want to find out? Go help that idol who's stuck in
Oh no,
orbit.
maybe that's the log that... No, that's something else. That was
Well,
Bungie.
it's about that time. I need to get going.
What?
Don't worry.
That's
He
cool.
can't do a thing.
Maybe. But a guy like him probably planned ahead.
Oh, give the boy a prize. You can be surprisingly sharp.
Oh yeah,
at
long day
times.
tomorrow, so gotta hit the hay. Yep, everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve Eve. And there's the cat. I knew it. I knew the cat was 426.
Thank goodness. I made it in time.
Yeah, thanks to me talking their ears off.
I knew
Did
it.
you walk through
Called
tar to
it.
get here?
I'm doing exactly as you told me. Foul-mouthed cat.
Did you say cat?
Don't worry about erasing his memory.
What? But then...
What are you talking about?
Let's go.
Relax. I won't erase your memories either.
So that's why he's been going around hacking.
She's the one who's been cooperating with him.
Look, figured it out all on our own. Rubbing our brain cells together.
Open the airlock. Hijiyama, respond please. I need you to open it. Can you hear me? Loud and clear, Yakushiji. Hijiyama, open the B2 airlock. I'm afraid I can't do that. You're well aware of the reason. We're not infected. The vitals detected by your suit tell me otherwise. I'm so sorry, Yakushiji. Fine, I may be infected, but my daughter isn't. Please check her. It's true, she's not showing any signs of infection just yet. So you'll let her in, right? Please. Unfortunately, she is likely still in the incubation period. Just save my daughter, I'm begging you! It's not a risk we can afford to take. You and I, we're comrades, aren't we? We've been hell and back together.
Yeah, chat's good for not trying to spoil. Although I'll be honest, Zeon, even if somebody in chat said something, I'm so cynical, I don't believe what I read. That's like when I play mystery games, somebody's like, oh, it was Sergeant, you know, Mustard in the dining room with the candlestick. I will be like, I don't believe you. And then if it ends up actually being that, I'll be like, oh, so it was actually that.
I had a feeling you would say that. So I've sealed the airlock on my end. I can't allow you to infect this colony. Don't jump to conclusions. I'm the one getting out. I'll grab a shuttle and retrieve his daughter. We'll give it 24 hours. If she does turn out to be infected, then we'll never return. Simple as that. I can't accept this. It's an order, Hijiyama. Sorry, Yakushiji. You're going to have to leave your daughter with me. In the meantime, you'll need to return to the pod you came here in. Are you alright with that? I entrust you with your life. My daughter.
Darko, thank you so much for being a member. I appreciate that. Please enjoy the red mage robes.
No matter what happens,
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I intend to fulfill that promise.
I'm thinking Natsuno is the little girl, right?
Just as you said. A kaiju attacked, like in that movie. So we'll do what we have to do. Get in the robots and fight. Our fate was sealed a long time ago.
Or was it somebody else? Because I'm trying to look at the girl, I'm like, she doesn't look like anyone. But the only daughter that's been talked about so far is Natsuno, but Natsuno is older.
An important memory of yours.
That must be somebody else.
Yeah.
They say it was Megami? Oh, okay. Sorry. He just said Megami. Sorry, I'm also looking at chat and also paying attention to this, so... That makes sense with the long straight hair. Thank you for keeping me straight. Okay, so Yakushiji is Megami's father. Interesting. Or, Yakushiji is the father to Megami. Sorry, I said that backwards. I realized that. Chat is both sometimes a help and a hindrance. All of a sudden, we're 88% of the game. Wow, we went through a lot. Okay, real fast, I'm gonna take a quick break. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I was realizing when I got... Oh shit, I forgot my water. Where'd it go? Hold on, I'll be right back. There we go. I realized, wait a minute, I was saying Yakushiji like it was somebody else, but wait, that's just her last name. But I've been referring to everyone by their first name. So, that was just her dad, but her dad hasn't necessarily been a pilot. It's not like a Yuki Natsuno thing. Xeon, you spent 24 hours alone on this game? Sat through this entire Saturday and loved it? Nice. See, if I was able to play it, like, marathon it, I'm sure I'd be piecing a lot more things, but I'm having to think back. I'm like, what happened 4 weeks ago when I played this game? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. It's been a while. We're still getting through it.
Gone, but I do remember what it was about. And as long as you have my memories, I don't need to explain a thing, do I?
Are you really okay with this?
Just here for everyone's reacts to the scenes.
I want in on the action too.
And yet, you're entrusting.
Well, my reactions have certainly been honest and candid. I may not be as flamboyant as a typical YouTuber. What? Mind blown? What are they talking about? Oh my god! I never saw that coming! And then, like, it has a shocked face, and, like, the thumbnail has me with my mouth dropped, and I'm staring at something, and, like, it's just, like, a picture that's kind of fuzzy and, like, a red circle with an arrow pointing to it. And it's like, I did not see this coming, is the name of the episode. And then, like, the next one's, like, world's most confusing game, or something other clickbaity crap. I mean, we can play that game, too. I always have such a hard time believing the caricatures some people choose to play. Like, internet personality is a bit like acting. That's why some people fear separating their personal life from the social media life, which first of all, you should always separate it. But second, the projection of themselves in the public view, of course, is never their real true form. They have to try to make the mass appeal.
Even though they kind of
I don't blame them for it. It's a business.
In the
to
end,
them.
you're still Juro, just like me. I've accepted it. We've all got to play with the hands we're dealt.
I say that a lot. Just gotta play with the cards we're dealt.
Fuyusaka's not going to be able to handle them alone. Go for it, Juro.
What's going to happen to you?
Piloting a Sentinel takes a hell of a lot of brain power. If your nanomachines are focused on that, there won't be much processing power left.
Yeah, honestly, Xeon, that to me is more fascinating. Just watching other people figure out a puzzle, that's fascinating to me. Because you could just kind of look at them and see the gears turning in their head.
It's up to you.
You're right. I'll do it. I guess I'll be going then.
Right. Put your game face on, Juro. We've taken turns for the last time. Try not to get a game over.
He even has a pose that's called Start. That's hilarious.
Sentinel number 13. Activate.
It's morphin' time. Dead. To the final battle. Oh, it's the Juro Karabe ending. Hey, 100%. But then we didn't get everything, though. We didn't clear everything. Oh, okay, that was it. The memory correction. Okay, never mind. I didn't believe. So we had to clear Juro just to get to a battle. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so Kisaragi's out, unfortunately. horde of G-Molar and Drillfly. Okay, so that's perfect for... That just sounds like I need to missile rain a lot of people. Alright, so it looks like we're going to play an old battle anyway. Let's just play an easy one. So many people are brain overloaded. Yeah, we'll have Goto in. So he brain overloads and it doesn't matter, we just won't use him on the next one. Alright, we'll throw Miura in there, because we don't have any other G2s or G3s.
My turn. I'm ready. The invasion ends here. Let's go.
Good thing we've been doing this. Wow, half damage for 30 seconds is pretty big. I could have used that in the last battle. We might still use that. This is an easy battle, so we're just gonna stack the points.
Can't mess this up, okay? Back me up.
Stay calm.
Since this is a very chill battle, I can actually talk a little bit. So what do you guys think of the story so far? Has anyone here been for every single episode, besides the people who have finished the game? I think it's like 4 or 5 of you who have finished the game.
Now then. Next move.
I just realized that Goto can't shield people.
Number 22, advancing. Always stay on guard. How's this? I won't back down. I'll make it work. The practice round's over. Number 12, moving out. Stay calm. Remember your training. Number 19, commence movement. I deny you! Try again. That easy. What do I do? I'll try engaging. Good. Can't mess this up.
They're already dead.
Focus.
I've gotta do this.
Always think ahead. How's this?
You bought the game? Nice. Good job, Zero. Personally, never encountered time travel done like this. Hey, Quabena. How's it going? Yeah, to me, it may surprise you the sheer amount of RPGs that use time travel. It's a lot. However, I also can't say I've seen time travel done this extensively with this many topics, sci-fi elements, story plot elements, interweaved. It is an amazing stew. But we need to see what the final flavor ends up being, how it all wraps up and hashes out. Because that's important too.
Gotta think.
Oh, they're already dead.
Enemy on the move. Always think ahead. What can I do? Can't mess this up. Stay on guard. Always think ahead. How's this? I have to focus. That's it. That hit.
What do I do?
Gota's gonna have like so much MVP credit. It's ridiculous.
They don't stand a chance. A hit! Enemy unit destroyed. I guess like no point overthinking it. Chew on this. Got him! That all you got? Good.
We can do this.
Unbelievable.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed.
Oh, that was fast. Easy peasy. Yeah, apparently Best Buy has it half off right now, so it's on sale. If you guys haven't noticed, retail-wise, if you ever want the best deals on anything, especially games, the week before Christmas is always the better deals than Black Friday. Especially in things like video games where it's not like titles are magically going to be gone. I understand if it's a limited edition item, but for video games, you can actually safely wait till the week before Christmas. Now, you can't easily just walk into a store these days and grab one. But, and if you're mailing it, good luck, you're gonna get it in January. But, if you want a deal for yourself, now's a good time. PS Store is full price? Of course it is. People always fall for that trap where it's like, oh, I got the digital console, I saved $100. You saved $100 up front. You will now pay full price for almost every single game you play if you play it in a timely manner for the rest of your life, because digital stuff, A, you'd never own. You do not own digital copies of anything. People need to understand that. You are purchasing a license to play it as long as the service is active. In other words, you're long-term renting it. You do not own digital copies. Second note, digital stuff goes on sale so infrequently. Physical stuff goes on sale all the time because I have to move inventory out. It takes up shelf space. There's titles coming in, products to sell. If it's not moving, they mark it down. Digital stuff doesn't have to do that. So you actually pay more long-term by getting digital. Not to mention you can't keep any of it long-term. So that's why digital is always a long-term trap. You get it for stuff that's convenient and stuff you don't care about losing, because you will lose it. You bought the game on pre-order on Amazon? Yeah, I bought mine. I pre-ordered mine through GameStop when it first came out. Alright, should be good now. Nice.
No problem. Let's go.
I kind of want all the G3s there.
Let's roll. I'll fight.
Guardian Adventure's good. The hamburger. That's funny. Okay. I think we're good on the team. Yeah.
Look, Natchan, the Cultural Science Museum. We went there on a field trip once. Oh yeah, an elementary school. Man, that takes me back. I hope it's still standing after all this.
Did you unlock Missile Rain on the 3Gs? Yeah, I did. All three of them have +5 Missile Rain.
Huh. Did you forget, Nanji-kun? That was where you proposed to me.
What?
Yeah, said you'd protect me forever. Oh, back in 2nd grade? He said that to me too. Oh, really? Well, Casanova, exactly how many girls have you proposed to?
What? Hey, I didn't mean it like that. Look, it was 2nd grade. I didn't know shit. I just wanted to be a hero. Protect everybody.
Daimo signatures. They're coming.
Perfect. Now I get to prove it.
Yeah, this is one of those that I do recommend playing it on your own.
Here we go.
Alright, let's go shield up.
Shield them. Much obliged.
What do I do? We can do this. Right?
We got a dude's appearing right behind us.
Lend us a hand. Gotta keep it together.
Let's just pepper these guys with missiles.
No point overthinking it.
Actually,
What do I do? I'll make it work.
Let's go, Natsuno. Just watch. Hit.
because if they're just gonna chill out over there, I'm not worried about it.
No point overthinking it. Number 10, moving out.
This is all pretty freaky. Let's do this.
They're like any other punks. I guess life comes. What do I do? Okay, what now? They ought to be used to fights by now. I'll make it work.
I guess they're attacking the city. Oh, I never noticed that to the very bottom. It gives you what the bonuses are. Increases back attack range. That's cool. I literally never noticed that. Oh, cool. So defense increases when HP decreases. That's cool. Nice.
Let's go, Natsuno. Out with you. How's that? All right.
What now? My treat. This could get ugly. No practice. What do I do? No point overthinking it.
Damn, I can't get all of them.
I'm right here. Yeah! I guess life comes at you fast.
This isn't so hard. Watch this.
With that many people coming on at the same time, I should have gone with Guardian Sentry. I still can. I do have Guardian.
I've gotta do this.
We'll do you right here.
Number 15, moving out.
No point overthinking it. Let's do this. Got him. You like to kick it up?
Gotta keep it together. Ready for this?
Move. The practice round's over.
We'll lead with that.
A fight it! Is that it? Are we winning?
Alright, interceptors.
Your turn.
Get out there.
So what do I do?
Man, I really wish Guardian range was a little longer.
Please, help us.
I got some of them.
We should probably get out. What's my next move?
Signatures from above.
I'll make it work.
Punch that one guy. Only because he's on the fringe. You don't trust the fringe ones.
They're like any other punks.
Die already! Get bent!
Gonna be okay. Definitely. Get it! Take that! The town!
Stay calm. I can do this.
Bingo! There you go.
Enemies. Unbelievable. I'm acting like an amateur.
A fight it! Is that it?
Is that okay?
Got a target
So,
on my
what's
back
my
here.
next move?
Honestly, these guys' demolisher blades are so energy efficient, I should just be constantly spamming it.
Watch this! How did they felt that? How is that? Stay calm. Please, help us. Gotta keep my spirits up.
Oh shit. Okay, good. I'm about to say, like, I thought when I took off one sentry, the other sentry disappeared, like with sentry guns, you can only have one. But no, you can have multiple ones. Good. That buys me time. Okay.
What now?
Signatures from above.
Here goes. Bullseye. Enemy down.
What do I do? Let's do this.
Yeah!
See ya.
The practice round's over. What next? Take this! How's that?
Nice.
Try again.
Get up.
How's that?
I'll try.
Class is in session.
I'm also trying to get them in clusters so that way I can hit them the most with the
This is all
attacks.
pretty freaky. I'll show you.
Are
Is
we
that okay?
winning?
Yeah, it's better to get the interceptors out.
Your turn.
Refreshing interceptors just gets so much work done.
Be okay. Definitely. Give up. Hit!
I really wish I did armor piercing.
The map, I'll make it work.
Oh, nice. I can just get that. Sweet.
I deny you!
The Guardian deals damage when it's destroyed, only if it's Guardian Avenger. Regular Guardian only does like a tiny bit, but Guardian Avenger does a lot. Because there's two Guardians. The Guardian Avenger blows up when it's destroyed, and it does a lot of damage, which is really nice.
I can do it.
Yeah, we got this battle under control. Not a big deal.
Are we getting their numbers down?
Okay. What now?
They're mostly scattered. This doesn't count as back attack, really. Oh my gosh, so picky.
Here comes the pain. Take it. You like that? They don't stand a
I
chance.
keep my spirits up.
I guess life comes at you fast. Here it comes! How's that? Try again.
Man, we've got it rough.
It's actually okay. We're actually doing okay. They front-loaded this battle, so it's not so bad.
There you go.
Let's turn this around.
Are there enough to clean up with the missile rain?
Here goes.
Here you go.
No point overthinking it. Class is in session. Yeah! There it goes!
They felt that.
Nice. Easy peasy. But this one was trying to get them before they destroyed a lot of the city, though. They were directly targeting the city.
Closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending tactical analysis.
Nice.
Well, so much for that museum.
All the old pieces of our daily lives are getting left behind.
I feel bad for saying it, but it's kind of hard to focus on being sad when I'm this hungry.
That's only fair. We've been fighting these monsters non-stop since sundown. If I could have anything, well, I was hoping I could enjoy Hamburger again someday.
Once this is all over, I'll make as much as you want.
Sounds good. Am I still invited to this?
Of course.
Why is Juro not
Guess I
in a
better stay
suit?
alive then. Wouldn't want to miss it.
That's the last of them, right?
Look at that. Nobody took any damage. Nice.
We're okay.
Aces. Not yet. I got 9 points to spend. Terror of Megadynus. There's that League of Darkness we talked about. We haven't looked at that in a while. It appeared in Common Hero Stranger. We almost have all of the points. Unless they added more up here. Sometimes they do that. No, we're pretty good. Nice. Mystery files. Actually, there clearly is more to go because we're only at 43%. Only 43% of the truth has been revealed. Yeah, it's so weird the way they arrange the protagonists here. By the way, Jiro's eyes look way more fierce than they actually are. Like, normally they put, like, important people to the front or the center or bigger, but honestly, there's so many things here that are all over the place. But yeah. Feels weird to have a clear character. Let's do the prologues. Goto is the big mystery man. Final battle a few weeks earlier.
What do you think you're doing, Goto-kun? I believe I told you using the gate is prohibited.
Tell me, Miss Morimura, is history one of your better subjects? I have some theories myself. I'd like to know if they're accurate. For example, the true location of the lost nation of Yamataikoku, and the truth behind the Hinoji incident, how Oda Nobunaga really died. Unfortunately, my paper in middle school was bound to the failures of our historians. In theory, I could update it into a full report. In theory, at least. A shame that the gates are locked to specific
History is an
points in
amazing
time.
thing.
What are you really
A lot of people like to
working
talk
towards?
about, you know, oh, history's whitewashed, it's written by the
I want to
victors,
know
and that
the
is true.
truth.
But in living history, like even right now, that's not uncommon. If you just say something that's false enough times, people will believe it and accept it as truth. And since truth is basically doesn't matter what actually happened, because the subjective thing based on perspective such as history is totally based on the narrator. The intentions of the person described, the words that are used, the context it's seen in, and of course what the individual believes. One of the examples I like to give of this, as I selfishly bring this around to myself, is when I was in elementary school, I moved from the north to the south. And one of the things they teach in elementary school is the Civil War, which if you're not a native-born American, that was a very important history at our time where most of the Northern Union was fighting most of the Southern Union in a giant civil war. And what's interesting is how the North teaches the Civil War and how the South teaches the Civil War. And it's so fascinating to hear the words they use, the things they highlight, the people they talk about, and the perspectives of it. And yet it's the same event, and yet very different variations of it. It's very interesting. I got exposed to a very unique perspective from a very young age to not look at things like this at face value.
Are you all right?
Do you plan on making a review of this game? Actually, I do.
Implies an understanding of what is like me. Or at least, that you believe you understand me.
That's not the point. You need to stop using the gate. I'm going to seal this place off.
World history is always interesting because I don't know how it is for other countries, but in America, or at least the ones that I went to, they only talk about the points in history that were in some way related to America, even before America was created, in some way that was formative to the foundations of America. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Like, there's so much history that happens, but we only talk about the stuff that kind of, even in some derivative way, involves us. I just can't help but wonder, it's like, what is it like for other countries?
Something to hide.
What do they talk about?
I don't know what you're...
Wait.
Because, you know, we're technically America's a very
Perhaps
young
personal
country.
Notebook seems a bit archaic, but it does present certain advantages. Digitized data can be altered, fabricated, falsified.
I mean, so can written data.
No intelligent person should trust it. But you already know that, don't you?
But I guess it is easier to do it digitally than it is physically. That's why you should always go with physical media.
You are acting strange, after all.
I hardly think you're in a position to talk. If anyone's changed, it's you. I can only wonder why.
What are you?
Miss Morimura, my question is, who exactly are you?
Is that it? Okay.
So, did the scout unit have anything for us?
Well, the surface is a total loss. The automated factories are all running at full capacity.
They're mass-producing kaiju.
I forgot that I'm Goto for a second. I'm like, oh yeah, he's a part of the background.
Hey, getting used to everything?
The technology itself isn't so different from 40 years ago. The real surprise was finding that it's all been integrated into one unified system.
You sure don't seem like someone from your time.
How are things looking?
About like we expected.
Naturally.
All the nuclear plants are stable. Seems like it's the same for other countries, too.
Defensive measures. They want to ensure nothing interrupts production.
Never go all digital, or never go digital only. I'm the same way. If something has the option of being physical, and I support it and want to hold on to it, I do get it physical. Like even Cyberpunk, I got a physical collector's edition. Granted, I ordered it last year, so it is what it is. But I chose not to cancel it. I think that's a game that will get better over time. It's like the Crysis / Skyrim of its time. Skyrim and Crysis were abominable messes, but over time they got a lot better, to the point where they became staples, you could say, of benchmarks of how games are measured. We'll see, that remains to be seen if it's going to go that way, but at the same time, I still want to hold on to it. I'm still going to get the PC version of it though, and I want to wait for it to have a sale, because I'm hoping with all the negative press it has, it does get a sale. That's what I'm hoping.
So, these factories, are they particularly large?
So, hey, just in case, I got a physical
It's
version.
more about how they got totally
Something you can
automated.
actually own.
That was back in 2080.
At the same
They started
time,
functioning as part of a network
you know,
instead of
downloading those
individual
free
units.
Epic games, or having
A
Steam
worldwide
bundles,
network
or
comprising 1.2 billion
Game
factories.
Pass. I like having
All
that because
fully
it does
integrated
afford me
and
other options for
synchronized.
games that I normally may
Based
not
on
have gotten
clients'
physically,
requests, the computer designs a
or I just wanted to try, and I
From
could
there
do
on,
so with
everything
no
is fully
obligation
automated.
and no buyer's remorse.
Assembly, production, even cost-effective
So you
ordering
kind of get the
of
best of both
parts.
worlds.
The human
So the stuff I
element
care
was no
about,
longer
I get physically.
necessary for those
The stuff I'm like,
processes.
I get digitally.
So it's a manufactory that can mass produce anything on a global scale.
Makes sense to me.
These grand revelations don't really faze me anymore.
Must be nice.
We checked on the plants in Kolkata and Chennai.
Since they're the largest plants of this era and all.
Their production rate has doubled over the last 3 days.
Just like last time. The timing matches up too.
Not long now. They'll make
Should you
their
get
move
13
soon.
Sentinels or wait to see if it gets support? I recommend getting it. Support the development team. You know, support the publisher. If it gets ported, it gets ported. But let's be real, like, it's not going to look any different on anything else. When you have an art style like this, it looks as good as it's going to get.
Morimura-san, regarding my home time, that is the year 2064.
This game is being slept on by so many
you're
people,
certain we'll face
and
a
I get
similar
it.
Attack.
It's a good game,
We
but
don't
it's
have
not
long
for
until
everyone.
They appear in 2064.
But if you're liking it, get
That
it.
much we know.
You'll be in
It'll
for
be
an
just
amazing
like
ride, I
last time.
think.
No, not quite. This time, we have the Sentinels.
True. Anything on your end?
Loosely speaking.
We managed a partial data dump from the underground mainframe. Goto-kun?
It's an archived news report concerning a certain scandal. More important, though, is its date of recording.
When's the data from?
The year 2188. In other words, far in the future. Even more so than our current temporal position, 2104.
Let's see it.
Before dawn on the 20th, 8 Newman Inc. executives were taken into police custody, charged with human trafficking and illegal cloning. Their established motive was to tamper with human memories. Authorities consider this an organized effort and are pursuing further charges. Mind-hacking crimes have been on the rise in recent years. By exploiting nanomachines such as interlocutors, malefactors can overwrite stored memory information in cerebral synapses. This technique has recently been used to enable other associated offenses. These arrests come after a string of similar cases, including culprits criminally downloading memories onto another body. Evidence suggests these are attempts at a kind of technological reincarnation. And we've already seen more than 460 arrests connected to this practice.
I didn't think about that. If you clone yourself, inject it with nanomachines, digitally transfer all your memories to the nanomachines, and have the nanomachines duplicate that and print it on the head because it's going to be natural the way you are, in what ways is it indistinguishable from the original person other than the nanomachines? Interesting.
A log concerning the scandal involving Newman Inc. The report is dated 2188. Some of their executives were taken into police custody. The crime in question was apparently attempting to use nanotechnology to, in theory, take over physical bodies.
Paraphrasing Yoko Taro, don't care if Atlas goes bankrupt, but we need to keep Vanillaware alive. Did he really say that? Crimson?
They all function as part of a unified global manufacturing network. By its protocols, all 1.2 billion factories worldwide remain in automatic, perpetual production. And their sole output are these mechanized kaiju, which we know as the D-Forces.
I didn't know it was even possible to download memories.
The crime apparently occurred in June of 2188.
Ida-kun.
That's not all. Let him finish.
Regarding this Newman, I found one more log that could be relevant. This report is from March, about 3 months prior to the other log.
Newman Inc., the tech giant known for interlocutors, has been acquired by Shikishima through a takeover bid. Shikishima's CEO had this to say.
Nanotechnology has made leaps and bounds over the 22nd century. Now, even the human body can operate with all the power of a supercomputer. Interlocutors have paved the way for humanity's next step in evolution. For any one of us, all it takes is a thought. And we can have the world itself at our fingertips. With the brilliant minds at Newman driving our nanotech business, we look forward to a brighter future for Shikishima and all our affiliates.
With this acquisition, Shikishima now sits among the top 3 in global market share of interlocutors.
Three months prior to the Newman Inc. incident, Newman was acquired by the conglomerate Shikishima. With these interlocutors, apparently some kind of nanomachine information technology, they've become one of the world's top megacorps.
He said something like that when he was promoting the game for Atlas. Huh, interesting. I don't really have any love for Yoko Taro, to be honest with you. And it's not like I dislike the guy, I just don't really have a reason to really like him. He's just another writer slash game developer. I do appreciate how he tries to make games with a message, though. To me, having a sort of centralized theming, that resonates with me more than anything.
They kept talking about those inner Losseters.
And people are like, what developer do you love? I'm like, I don't treat developers like idols, man. They're not an idol group to me where it's like, oh, which one of this idol singers or VTubers do you love? It's like, dude, I don't worship them like that. They're guys following a passion and doing a job.
So Shikishima's at the heart of this, too. At least we know we weren't wrong. This all began in the future after all. Still, 2188. 2104 is the furthest we can shift into the future. It's a shame, but I don't think we can verify this ourselves. I think we should drop this lead for now. Better to focus on protecting Gotokun's hometown instead.
Maybe so. We're almost out of time, so we'll need to move quickly. Best to return to the school in the year 2064. We'll need the cooperation of the other two compatibles.
Gotokun, we should focus on putting the Sentinels through the combat sims. I hope you can join me.
Sure. My apologies, Miss Morimura. Making arrangements in 1985 proved somewhat difficult. I'm sorry we've had to remain here the past few days.
Not much we can do if it's an emergency.
Then what about the Chihiro that's from 1945? Just like how people idolize Miyamoto. I like the guy. I don't idolize the guy. He certainly has made a lot of groundbreaking stuff. Nobody's denied that. He's cemented a place in history. But like, idolization's a bit strong. Like, you can't really say, especially from a Zelda perspective. Yes, he did a lot of the core Zelda games, but Miyamoto, Zelda thrived better when the less Miyamoto was directly involved as the series went on. Let's just put it that way. There are a lot of Zelda games that would not have ended up the way they did if Miyamoto contained full creative control. There's a lot of stuff he wanted to do for his original creative vision that, not saying it might have been good or bad, but it would have been different. So if you truly enjoy the games as they are right now, just know that they are not the original vision as intended. I mean, most games aren't. Most games evolve during the development cycle, but just looking at Zelda in particular.
I have to ask. Was it absolutely necessary to dress me up like this?
Does it bother you? Considering the age you appear, well, it struck me as the most inconspicuous choice.
I wonder why she has to be a little kid in this age, though.
You're not having trouble walking, are you, Miss Morimura?
You should probably just call me Chihiro. Otherwise, we'll seem suspicious in public.
Okay, Chihiro. San.
Better drop the san, too. Honestly, I'm surprised you were able to find me at all.
A certain data log helped. I found records that your mind had been transferred into the young child standing before me.
This body is a juvenile clone of me.
Ah, there we go.
I ran an experiment to see if I could restore my compatibility. It turned out to be a failure. That's why I sealed my memories.
This compatibility, that'd be the ability to control the gate and the Sentinels?
You need compatibility to control the mainframe. I was once compatible myself. But after everything got rewound, I lost that power. Maybe it's hard for you to see how crucial that ability is. But you'll understand soon enough.
This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
What's going on with my actual body?
She's acting like a completely different person. My theory is that someone's taken control of her.
Ah.
You're saying she got mind hacked?
She's clearly behaving very differently, at least. It seems like she's working against the Sentinel project. It's like she's been influenced by 426.
Which is funny because 426 says that she's forgotten about him.
Her face.
That certainly explains why you woke me up. Not much to go on, though. Either way, we'll have to do some more investigation. I can see it's been quite a while since my memories were sealed. 5 whole years. And now 4 sectors have gone dark. Talk about a rude awakening. First, you'd better catch me up on major developments in the last 5 years.
Easy enough. Hardly comfortable surroundings for a briefing, though. I'll explain over in 1985.
A few more weeks earlier.
That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works.
I like how he doesn't run, he just walks quickly. But yeah, Miyamoto isn't exactly a bad guy. Like, when you bring up that he was responsible for Skyward Sword's control scheme, they did some creative stuff with that control scheme. Was it the best for the game? Debatable. It's not like the technology was amazing, even for the time. I mean, they got better. The Joy-Cons are an evolution after many, many iterations since the 80s of motion control.
Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs. Found it. One of the logs she left behind.
Today's date is March 2nd, 2100. Well, I guess there's no point in putting a date to these logs. They've probably got 4 years left until the invasion begins. I ran an experiment on my clone. I wanted to see if I could make her more compatible. I had more than enough data stored in Sector 0. She would have had all my memories. However, I could not establish compatibility in the clone. No more than I could in myself. Maybe there really is no way we can survive this. Not even Ida-kun knows about this experiment. I've kept this attempt secret from everyone. The memories I implanted in the clone have been sealed. I left her in 1940 under the Miura family's
there we
care.
go.
She'll be able to grow up as her own person. Someone separate from me. Until they invade, at least.
That methodology sounds familiar. Was she basing this project off of those memory overriding crime reports? All in an effort to achieve compatibility? So compatibility isn't just a matter of differences in the nanomachines. There's more. This file looks like the last thing recorded.
Koizumi is the unsung hero. Yeah, same thing for Aonuma. Those guys did a lot of heavy lifting, especially for the games they directly made that other people enjoy. It's like The Empire Strikes Back. It was made by a different guy, but a lot of people think it was all just Lucas, but it wasn't. Like, he didn't really do all of that much in terms of direct control for both Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, but he gets credit for all of it. You know, I mean, just how it is. As long as some people remember the truth is still documented, it's fine. Or the fact that, what is it? what's his name? There's an example I'm trying to think of. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. So a lot of people give like all credit of Marvel to like Stan Lee, but Stan Lee was just one of many, many people. Like Martin Goodman is the one who, you know, created Marvel Comics, you know. He was the publisher. And yeah, he didn't make the books, but he's still like the person who did that. And of course, Jack Kirby, you know, who doing all that sort of stuff. But, you know, people give all the credit to so many of the IPs. You know, Captain America. Stan Lee didn't make Captain America. That was Jack Kirby. Hulk wasn't made by Stan Lee. That was Jack Kirby. I think even Spider-Man was Jack Kirby. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, there's just so many cases where the popular perspective is repeated so often people think that's true. Which is a riot.
That's puzzling. There's a log registered under my name. As far as I know, I've never recorded anything like this. Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. The final log that Chihiro Morimura left on the UFO, she speaks at length on Operation Aegis. Her goal is that he and she would ultimately survive, even at the cost of humanity's future. The question is, who is he?
I like his narrator.
Renya Goto speaking.
Oh, so the old man was Goto.
Did you confirm receipt of payment? Then I'm sure you can see to the details. Am I clear? I want her dead. Any means necessary. Execute her. And stop the project. That's not my problem. It's in your hands.
Zach, have you gotten to the part of the game where you use the giant weapons to take out the swarms of robots? I mean, they're all kind of swarms of robots, but yeah, we ran a couple battles, just a little bit.
You know what must be done.
And like usual, we'll finish up with the battle for the stream. In one of the...
Really me? That man was a Shikishima executive from the year 2188. Is that supposed to be my future?
Interesting.
Seems like a private communications log. The other person on the line wasn't recorded. But it's clear enough what they're talking about. That was an assassination order on Chihiro Morimura.
And she does end up dead in A's story.
Which I seem to have called in.
So is he the other person on the walkie-talkie? Yeah, so you can only progress him as the final chapter. Well, more or less. He probably is locked because he's hanging out with Okino, and Okino's dropping all the major story revelations. Who is... There's a lot of people at 50%. Let's go Kitaro. We haven't been hanging with him in a while. Favorite Sentinel to use? I like battlefield control, so I kind of like the G4s the most. Because between interceptors and flare mine, it's just so good. And the pulse cannons for damage control is very effective. They're very good support And also the fact they can fly directly to stuff. They're not slow. They're on the frailer side, but I'm okay with that because they serve a very tactical use.
That scout unit is an alien from the future. At least that's what Natsuno-san says. The footage he showed us is allegedly from the future. If it's real, then how am I still alive 200
It's funny because I've
years
seen
from now?
one person's review on 13 Sentinels, and thinking back,
All I know for certain
their
is that
review
it's
was
no
very
ordinary scout
underwhelming
unit.
for everything I've experienced and seen in this game. I'm not asking like them to drop spoilers, but they really don't talk about how very complicated and twisty this storyline is. I may have to rewatch that review. I don't remember what score they gave it because I don't care about those things.
She's from 1985. She seems to know about the existence of other Sentinels.
Are you going to try to get some of the characters that you
Is
don't
that how
have to
she's
get
able
over
to travel
80%?
through time?
I mean, we have to.
Maybe there's another way.
Let me put it to you this way, Zach.
In any
I'm going to
case,
get
she appears to
100%
be
on
a
all the
central
characters.
figure in all this. Could she still be at school?
Let's see. Is this a new route or is this a different route? We'll try this. At least we have a new option for Natsuno.
Natsuno, I have...
Oh. You know where the track room is?
Yes.
Oh, right. Have you seen Juro around anywhere?
No.
I see.
You should also unlock everything on every character to get platinum. What do you mean by unlock everything? Are you talking about upgrading those Sentinels?
For dinner tonight, what should...
We could have hamburger.
Again?
No, that's all right.
Well, we've had nothing but meat these... I think I want to make some fish.
I mean, fish is meat.
I better run to the store.
Unlock the weapons? Oh, okay.
Natsuno-san's over there.
And the terminal skills? That seems easy enough. You just have to unlock them, not necessarily max them out. That's good. That's not too much of a grind.
You again.
Okay, good.
Minami isn't here today. Must have been really important. She even ditched practice.
Is that so?
Hey, are you Minami-san's boyfriend?
How far have you two gone?
What? No, you've got it all wrong.
Nosy people.
Do you happen to know where she went?
All she said was that she was in a hurry.
It does seem like
I
this
don't
is
know
one of
where
those
she went.
games where you get it
I know
basically
where.
platinum just by playing the game.
She went over to Tokisaka Shrine.
Hey, what's up, Ryoko?
What's she doing there? Not sure. I didn't ask.
Whoa, where'd you disappear from? Crazy.
Tokisaka Shrine, huh? That's where I first met her.
Oh, come on.
But it was back in my own era. Amazing. The shrine's hardly changed at all. The surrounding thicket, on the other hand, that has changed considerably. I don't see Natsuno-san anywhere. I wonder if she's hiding behind the trees again. What I'd give to see that.
No luck. We couldn't find it. I wonder where it could be.
Natsuno-san.
Whoa! Whoa, hey! What are you doing out so late? And why are you here of all
Search up the
places?
view score for 13 Sentinels.
Natsuno-san, what was that just
86%, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Well, who are those from, though? Because if that's just Metacritic, IGN, GameSpot, then that's not super...
There was a big flash of light and you
That's
just
not very contextualized.
appeared.
I'm glad they
like when I
rated it
came
so
to this
high,
era
but
in my Sentinel. Same flash of light and
I wonder what some
everything.
of the things.
Come to think of it,
Review scores are very
This
arbitrary
happened
to
at
what
the
you can
shrine
enjoy in
back when
games,
we
so many
first met,
variables to what you
too.
can enjoy. Of
there
course.
was a similar
It's a very
flash,
redundant
almost
statement
like
to say,
lightning.
well, reviews are just subjective. Well, yeah,
I
you say it
get
like they
now.
can be anything
You
else.
have to come here to travel through time.
Like, nobody wants an objective review. Because an
Please tell me
objective
what's
review will
going
be
on.
like, this is a video
just
game.
wanna go
It has
home.
been created and published by a person. You can play as these characters. It utilizes these controls on these systems. It has this art style. There is dialogue. There is story. There is combat with these elements. Like, nobody wants that. What they do want is people's opinions. What they would prefer are people's opinions to align with their own preferential biases, even though they don't necessarily know the preferential biases of the person reviewing it. That's the reason why certain personalities are lauded as being quote-unquote honest. What they mean by honest is saying the people that disagree with me are dishonest, which is another way of saying the people that disagree with me, but I want to find some ethical way of disagreeing with them since I can't factually disagree with them on something that's subjective. And then I'm just gonna rally and bandwagon behind people that support the views that I have on some things, except when they disagree eventually, because like nobody 100% agrees with somebody else on literally everything. Give people enough time. That's why the review score isn't so much as important as the person reviewing it declaring, hey, this is what I found important, these are the things I choose to talk about, and these are the way I choose to talk about the things that they do. Some people want an emotional reaction. That's all they want. They're like, reviews are subjective, but I do want people's opinions and emotional reactions. Otherwise, it's not honest. Like, there's a dishonest review. The only dishonest review you can have is when you steal it from someone else. That's a dishonest review. If you played it and you give your opinion, that's an honest review. It may not be popular. It may not be agreeing with what the zeitgeist is. But it's an honest review.
Are you just going to leave your Sentinel behind?
Oh yeah, that's how you got here. What do you
But like I
plan to do
point
with it?
out, games are like sandwiches. You know, if you read a review from somebody who's like, oh man, I hate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I get allergies from it. They're terrible. I don't like how sweet it is. I don't like the mixing of it. I think the peanut butter is too salty sometimes. The bread they use is terrible. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are awful. And I'd be like, I enjoy peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That person can be perfectly valid. They're not any less honest in their opinion. Now, is their opinion completely different? Do I disagree with it? Sure. Does it change my opinion on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? No. And should I use that as a site for why peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are good and or are terrible? No. Just eat your damn sandwich. That's why I never watch a movie review before I watch a movie.
I'll figure out how to deal
I
with
hate
the
going
Sentinel
into a
later.
movie
It's
having
Shiro,
some sort of
my little
bias.
sister.
Having some sort of
there's
idea of
any
how
chance
someone
she
else
made it
felt.
out of that
It
hell
taints
alive,
to me, it taints the purity
I have to
of a
find
completely neutral stance going in.
Okay, that makes sense. BJ, think you can make it happen?
Now, to me, if many different people of many different sources are saying the same thing, then yeah, by virtue of crowd, Like you have a sample size, enough people are saying this game is really, really bugged and it kept crashing on me. The game probably has bugs because it wasn't just a handful of isolated people or even loud people on the internet. There's a lot of people that play this that had an issue with it, so you probably might want to give us some consideration.
Please.
Fine. Activate gate. Setting coordinates to
But also, the truth is, people enjoy having other people make decisions for them, or at least giving them guidance. It's one less thing to think about when your brain's calculating billions of things constantly.
That data unit. So it was with Natsuno Minami all this time.
Are we back?
What I don't like is, like, a review is just asking your friend, hey, what did you think of that movie? Hey, what did you think of that place for lunch? That's the level of significance any review is you're just getting a solicited opinion of somebody else. That's all it is. You're hopefully getting one that's articulated better than your friend who's like, it's okay. Hopefully more than just a 5-word review. What I disagree with, where I draw the line, is any review, and this includes video series too. No offense if anybody likes that sort of stuff, but this is where I draw the line for me personally. I draw the line on any review that tells people if they should buy something or not. I don't mind recommendations saying, hey, if you like this sort of thing, it's worth a day one pickup. If you don't like this sort of thing, it's okay to wait. That's different. What I don't like are people, it's like, buy this game. Don't buy this game. I do not like this. I don't agree with that. Trying to make, especially something of like somebody's hard-earned bucks, just don't make financial decisions for other people. Don't do it.
Is it really that easy to travel through time?
Pretty cool, huh?
If we have the power to travel freely through time, can't I just send the
Have a good night,
Sentinel
Zach.
back to before the war
Happy
starts?
holidays.
Nope, that's impossible. We can't just jump around as far as we want. We can only travel 40 years at a time. Besides, this is as far back in the past as we can go.
I see. That's unfortunate. For now, let's find Chihiro.
All right, let's go.
She's most likely at an evacuation shelter. If not, then I might find her at the Kurabe's house. What's going on? The place is deserted. The factory and station are both empty. Radios are down. No one's answering. Where is everyone?
You see that?
It's that creature.
Okay, so that thing is an alien weapon, and it's here to invade Earth. The Sentinels were created to fight them off. This is just like what happened in the city from the future. After the aliens invaded,
I guess you could say what I really promote and what I believe in is I want people to be informed.
people are disappearing in the past.
I want them to be presented options,
What's happening to everyone in my
and I
era?
want them to make their own decisions.
Before the war, if I can't seem to reactivate it. Chihiro, the kaiju aren't secret U.S. military weapons. They're alien invaders from the future. And the Sentinels are the tools we need to defeat them. That's... Tamao-san! What happened?
Vital signs are failing. Condition is too critical for life support.
Tamao-san, where's Chihiro?
Chihiro-chan is...
Koto-san, what are you doing?
Let me go!
Please calm down, Miss Morimura.
Chihiro-chan! Where do you plan on taking her?
I apologize for what I've done to you. But you have no reason to worry.
Wait!
Goto. The one who was giving you medicine. Tamao-san!
Oh, that's weird.
She disappeared.
But why?
Universal control has shifted her.
Oh, what?
Does that mean the aliens got her?
Probably. It's likely that everyone is being held there. Until this world comes to an end.
We're getting close to a lot of people. Alright. One last battle to finish the day. Nice.
Understood.
And go to Alright, what do we got? Hordes of various ground kaiju. Hordes, you say? Alright.
Ready. We have to fight.
I wonder if we should throw A in there. Maybe we should. I don't know. I think we're going to take them off. I think we're going to throw in a G4 unit. Because if we're talking about hordes, then we need crowd control. Alright, so you said we just have to unlock everybody. Or unlock all the things, right? Alright, well, we unlocked all the things. I guess we'll just go down the list. We're not going to be able to afford everybody's everything. actually almost got halfway through, actually. So we've actually been doing a pretty good job in general. Alright. What do we got? Alright, so we got Shinra and Goto, no problem. Alright, let's roll with this.
The D-forces already have us surrounded. We're pulling out all the stops here, but still. You think we can last until tomorrow afternoon? I know we can. I won't give up. I'll find a way. You're right. No point waiting around and moping about it. If you want to win, you'll have to fight for it. And I'm not about to let you take the lead. I won't lose either. I'm not scared of them.
Yeah? Atta girl.
Leave it to me. What now?
Okay.
What kind of man? We've got it rough.
Actually, before we do that,
Back me up.
Are we gonna be okay? I need to think. Need help.
Then what now?
darn, too far. I was gonna be like, I can get the shieldings on the little sentry so they don't die as fast, but
Shield them.
Thank you.
it's fine.
Now then,
Gotta keep it together.
next move. How's this?
Let's go, Sentinel. Get it! All right!
That easy.
No fight I can't win. How's that?
Good. Are we winning? Mind freeze.
Gotta keep my spirits up.
That's a lot of missiles coming in. And I just realized we don't have anybody with barrier. Because I threw that just into A's thing.
How's that?
That's not range. I'm here. Next move. Backup deployed.
I can help.
Okay. We can cover the West Flank this way. And then focus fire. Because they're going to focus there, they're going to die in the mine. And we are going to
Clean 'em up.
Hope I can pull my weight.
focus on the big guys.
Try this. Bingo. Oh no.
I don't have any big guns there. Actually, I'll missile rain once those guys come down.
Gonna be okay. Definitely. Let's go, Sentinel.
How's this?
That's a lot of dudes.
Target better put on a show for Yuki-chan.
You're getting too close.
Nice.
Okay, let's do this. Clean him up.
What to do? Ready for this? I need to think. I won't let you. Attack landed.
Man, look at all the EP I got back then.
Stay on guard.
They're just throwing mines out left, right, and center. We have to soften up that side.
Still not used to this thing. Die! Nice!
Gotta think. Just watch. Got it. Nice.
Alright, so those ground rockets do a lot. Alright.
Deploying decoys.
No fight I can't win. Get red! Now, you're scrapped.
Stay calm. I can do this.
Okay.
Mine is free.
Let's go, Noctino. Ready for this?
I really should have kept A on. I thought about it, I was like, I don't need a G1.
Always think ahead.
I'm like, that was a bad call. There's a Deimos right there.
Backup deployed. Okay. I'm here. Here we go.
I need to think.
Actually, what am I talking about? All my G2s do have the plasma cutter. Alright.
I'll take them down quick. I can help. What to do? I can help.
So Jura's gonna go out and plasma cut these guys, is what we're gonna do. Alright, first things first, set up a Guardian Torch.
Deploying decoys.
Okay, what's the plan? Here you go! Nice! That do it?
What to do?
Just watch!
Man, 0 damage to
I
that.
missed?
Man, we've got it rough. Mine is free.
Here's the plan. Locked on. Good. Signal offline. I need to help. Gotta think.
Threat range.
Damn Kaiju. How's that?
That's not bad.
Come on.
Still not used to this thing. Clean him up!
Gotta keep my spirits up.
It sucks the flare torpedo can't go out too far. Oh my god, really?
What's optimal? How's this? That easy.
Okay.
How many down?
What's the situation? I can help. I need to think.
Damn, their speed is garbage.
I can help.
Okay.
Number 14, beginning movement.
Can't mess this up.
Either way, we gotta get out there.
What now?
Let's go, Noctino. How's that? I did it.
Damn, that Deimos is just a problem. Nice.
Here's the plan. Backup deployed. Okay. I have to focus.
Let's summon the Type 898. Let's see what it does. Ooh, the EMP might be kind of cool. Nah, these are ground types. Let's throw the bipeds out there. Let's see what happens.
Gotta think. Just watch. That hit! Cut you down! Man, we've got it rough. Try this. Bullseye! That's some power!
Gonna be okay. Definitely.
Xeon, thanks for hanging out. Catch you on the flip side on Sunday, maybe. If not, happy holidays.
Ready for this? Get it! Take that!
Okay, let's do this. Clean them up.
What's the situation?
Alright. Holy crap, that thing did 21k. Damn, that was some work. That was impressive. So it turns out Burning Finger is the way to go.
Hold still. Nice. I got him. Take this. Nailed it.
They destroyed my earlier sentry, so...
Gotta keep it together. How's that? Oh, right.
We are slowly whittling them down, very slowly.
Clean them up.
Watch this.
Better put on a show for Yuki-chan. Don't miss. Bullseye.
Finally.
Oh no, you
I'll
don't.
just... Attack landed.
Jeez, that's so much damage.
Plan.
It sucks that they're so slow, though, the G2s. But it is what it is. Alright, we're turning the tide. Hardly do anything.
What's optimal? Number 22, advancing.
Gonna be okay. Definitely. Ready for this? Get it! Take that!
Stay on guard. Hit confirmed. Good.
Nothing.
They're aiming here.
Spread it out.
I can keep this thing moving. No fight I can't win. Still not used to this thing.
I'm gonna send you to go out and clean up.
Number 21 on the move.
Are we winning?
I think we are winning.
Hope I can pull my weight.
Alright. Spread out, take care of the stragglers.
Okay. Moving out. Got it. That hit. I did it. They're open.
What to do?
Okay. We are turning this tide.
How's that? Oh, really?
Within enemy threat range.
I'm in range. That easy. Target destroyed. Are we?
As long as I can keep this thing moving. Come on!
You dare target me?
Do it?
Get wrecked.
Fight with the wrong girl.
I won't let you. Yes, got that one. Enemy destroyed.
What now?
I feel like we need to throw interceptors out. Do work for me.
I have to focus. What can I do? Gotta think.
Stop that. You gotta take the long way. Alright.
Number 13, moving out.
Gonna be okay. Definitely.
Okay. We're getting there.
Just watch. Get it. I'll just. What's the situation? Number 14.
Still not used to
Beginning
this thing.
movement.
Get it wrecked! Nice! Say your prayers.
What's optimal?
We are turning this
Stay on
around.
guard. Number 22, advancing. Better put on a show for you. Here goes. Bingo.
Nice, nice.
Down.
I can help. Yes.
I really thought that would hit both of them for some reason.
Gotta keep it together. Eva. How's that?
Here's the plan. Backup deployed.
The plan is, we deploy other people to do our work for
As
us.
long as I can keep this thing moving.
Interceptors have been so clutch
You
here.
picked a fight with the wrong girl.
Man, we've got it rough. Nailed it.
Gotta keep my spirits up. Let's go, Monster.
Nice. A lot of fires, but we controlled that pretty early on.
Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete.
Man, the fusion cutter is... that's a piece of work.
Fully secure.
I know it was expensive, but man... the damage on that's undeniable.
The terminal's closed off.
What's wrong, Ryoko? Are you all right? You're not hurt somewhere, are you?
No. Just tired, that's all.
Hey, don't try to cozy up to Ryoko-san. She's not your girlfriend anymore.
Wait. Gojo-senpai and Shinonome-senpai dated?
I fail to see how that's relevant, Sekigahara. Yes. For about half a year during middle school. We split before we graduated.
But why? I don't remember.
It was her idea, and so was the breakup, though I couldn't tell you the reason. My guess is you were the reason. The point is, stop bothering Ryoko-san.
Akun.
I think they only mentioned it once, but he's her brother, if I'm not mistaken. I think A is Ryoko's brother. Not bad all around.
That was straightforward.
We're getting there. The photo of Godo. Let's unlock stuff. I wish you can go faster on this. Oh, it just kind of looks... Alright, well, I have everything I can get. And yet the mystery file is still not complete. I can't help but notice there's a second strand there. Oh, that's what this is. Okay. Nozomu. Have we met Nozomu? It doesn't sound familiar. And then all this. To be honest, a lot of this isn't as relevant as you would think. A lot of stuff hits the cutting room floor on a recap. There's no exceptions. There are some details that are more necessary than others, but it's just simply how it is. Oh, I didn't realize we could look at the individual characters for their timelines. That's cool. So even though Juro is technically complete, there's a lot of stuff that's not there. It'll be interesting when I redo this. That how the story will end up when I tell it in pseudo-chronological order. Because sometimes some stories are stronger in chronological order and some are just different. So it'll be interesting to see how this one hashes out. But we'll see how it goes. Alright. I think we're on pace for how we're going with this game. So wait, was the 88% not the story, but just Juro? What's the total then? What's my total percentage? Do I just have to average that out? 48, 76, and 58? So really, we're closer to like 60%, aren't we? Okay. Still, it's wrapping up pretty quickly for some people, but that doesn't mean there's still not a lot of gaps to finish. Okay, well, without any further ado, I know some of you are anxious to get started on some of your holiday plans. Some of you are probably traveling or will be traveling, so I'll let you all go for tonight. No more from me. Tomorrow I intend on posting an additional D&D video. I intend on figuring out why there are ants on my wall, because I just noticed that. I'm like, where the hell are these ants coming from? And, yeah. We'll pick it up Sunday. Thank you so much, everybody who subbed and became a channel member. Thank you so much, being YouTube Victors. I appreciate you. Make sure you're also on the Discord, because it links to that, and you get a special recognition for that, too. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, everyone asking questions, jumping in, supporting, helping solve a story, or just watching for laughs. If you like what you see, go out and get it. It's on sale at a couple different retailers. And yeah, no matter what you want, it's, to me, I always tell people, it's like, it doesn't say Merry Christmas. You know, you always tell those people, like, don't say Merry Christmas. What if you don't observe Christmas? I'm like, I think there's plenty of people who can observe wishing others good tidings regardless of whatever faith or holidays you have. I mean, most people look at Chinese New Year. It doesn't make all of us Chinese or, you know, anything like that. So it's just a sentiment. Have an attitude. Have a good attitude is what I meant to say. Everybody has an attitude. So yeah. Thank you so much. Happy holidays. Happy birthday to anybody also having a birthday this week. And yeah, I will see you on the next battlefield. Thanks for watching.